Sandie.
Care to join my friends and I, Sandie?
Thanks, but I'm here to meet the owner.
I am the owner.
Oh, I doubt that.
Welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into a very tragic story about unrealized potential, lost chances, and the downfall of a queen. We will speak about the movie Last Night in Soho and the very wise and tragic lessons it brings. We will speak about the importance of finding and connecting to our higher self and more, so let's begin. Higher self is a term associated with multiple belief systems, but its base premise describes an eternal, omniscient, conscious, and intelligent being who is one's real self. When we live in alignment with the inner wisdom of our higher selves, we become the best possible version of ourselves. Our higher self knows our purpose in life and encompasses our potential to live a fulfilling and joyous life through personal growth and self-awareness. For me, this movie is about the higher self, the self that we want to become, and about how easy we can fall out of track of becoming that woman. This story is also about the queen-like state all women are capable to be in, and also how the wrong choices can completely turn all the hard work around. So let's start in the beginning and with a plot of this movie. An aspiring fashion designer, Eloise, suddenly finds herself mysteriously able to enter the 1960s in her dreams and witness the glamorous and dark story of Sandie, an aspiring young singer. Sandie is the 60s siren, a very confident, aspiring new singer. In my opinion, Anya Taylor Joy performance is unlike anything I have seen before. Her first shots in the movie show a self-confident, beautiful woman who, with her entire presence, is able to command the room and grab the attention of everyone. She is effortlessly flowing in her pink dress across the room. She is the center of attention. Everyone probably wants to be that woman. She is the ultimate it girl. Crazily beautiful, very confident, eloquent, self-assured, and seductive. She has the power over her own life and the men who are interested in her, and she knows that. I believe that Sandie represents the queen-like state not only for witnessing her, Eloise, but also for us, the viewers. She is the higher self we are all aspiring to become. Sandie is showing us that reaching the queen-like state is possible. Eloise, who is witnessing Sandie's story in the very beginning, is also showing that Sandie is the higher version of Eloise. She's everything that Eloise could become. She represents the higher version of her, and she knows that. She carefully watches every move of Sandie. She wants to become her to the point that after she exits the dream and the 1960s, she tries to copy Sandie's style and tries to mimic her behavior. Sandie's appearance in the movie and for Eloise in the dream is drawing Eloise to come back and witness more of her. And to be honest, I myself wanted to witness more of Sandie. There was something about her that wasn't shown by any other movie character I know. I love how playful Sandie was. She was very feminine but powerful. She knew her worth and she was not afraid to ask for what she wanted. She believed in herself and she knew within herself that she is the catch. When we see her flow across the room, perform her dance, and you know that she is the queen of her world and she was not afraid to show it. She was commanding the room and she was taking up that space with her full being. She wasn't playing small and she was the best and she was going for the best. I truly think that if the actions of the movie didn't happen the way they did, I think Sandie would become a great star and would achieve success in her life. I wish we could see more of Sandie and how she would navigate life. So once again, she is the perfect depiction of the higher self in us. With her impeccable confidence, beauty, charm, seductive energy, she has everything what all women aspire to be. And we also know that she was exactly that for Eloise. I truly love the scenes done with those two actresses, and I think the costumes in this movie and the way those double scenes were shot make the movie even greater. Coming back to Sandie, I think both the viewer and Eloise, who kept witnessing Sandie in her dream, we were all rooting for her. We hope that she can achieve what she deserved to achieve. And in that theater scene where Sandie had a chance to perform for the first time, we can see Eloise having so much hope and support for Sandie. However, what she witnessed left her in terror, and I think the viewers had similar reaction to all what happened with Sandie after that. We, together with Eloise, witnessed the downfall of a queen. So Sandie meets a charming man who promises to help her with her career. He becomes her manager, however, little did she know that he was going to be her pimp. Coming back to the theater scene, we can see Sandie performing on a scene in a clown-like costume. The doll that she performs and represents is a perfect depiction of the power that she had and that she allowed to be taken away from her. Eloise is looking at those scenes in horror. She sees the person who she aspires to be, the queen-like woman in front of her, performing to a bunch of men in a place that certainly was far below her. And we all know that. The movie keeps taking an even worse turn once we realize that Sandie was being pimped and has now worked as a prostitute. Later on in the movie, when we meet the real older Sandie, she says, "I died in that room 1,000 times." We can see Eloise being so worried about her. And there were so many scenes where she tried to wake Sandie up and remind her who she is. I think the actress playing Eloise played those scenes so beautifully. I think that Eloise felt what we felt watching the movie. Seeing Sandie losing her crown was the saddest thing to witness in this movie. However, don't we see that in our own life? This can be anything that is taking us down from the path to greatness and the queen-like state. How many women lost their crowns because they met the wrong man, because they got into an abusive relationship, or they took a path that was not meant for them. I think watching Sandie through a glass is like us watching ourselves doing things we know we were not meant to do. It can be overeating for a woman who dreams of a fit body, or it can be smoking for someone who really wants to quit and live a more healthy lifestyle. It can be getting into an unhealthy relationship once again for a woman who wants to turn her romantic life around and choose better. The examples are endless and you exactly know what it is for you. What takes you away from your queen-like state and keeps you from meeting the highest version of yourself. We didn't want to witness Sandie in that degraded state, because she was supposed to be the inspiration for us, the queen we can look up to. I think Sandie depicts the higher version of all of us. Her initial appearance in the movie was the queen-like state for Eloise, and for each one of you and myself, the queen-like Sandie could be different. Whatever it is our highest version of ourselves that we aspire to be. And witnessing the downfall of Sandie was the biggest horror for Eloise, who was rooting for her. We saw Eloise trying to save Sandie desperately. I think Eloise also depicts for us the people in our lives who try to save us from making similar mistakes. But also the conscious parts of us that know that the decisions we are about to make is wrong and against our higher self. So today I want you to look deeper into yourself and see, what would your own queen-like state look like? What is your higher self telling you? What if you could watch yourself like Eloise did look at Sandie and her mistakes? What would you hate to see yourself doing? And think about how can you save your future queen-like being to fall from your throne and lose your own crown.